We've been on this abandonment series quite a while. What part is this? This is part 4. This is part 4 of, yeah, absolutely, part 4 of our abandonment teaching. Hey, Katrin, sweetie. But let's get right into it. So last time we left off on talking about, so we're on internalizing tonight. So let's just give a really quick update. Okay, we're talking about all right, so we're talking about withdrawal, and so we're going to go into internalizing. So you guys, let's get a quick update. We've been talking about abandonment trauma, and so now we are internalize. Okay, so now that we are back into because we're going through the 5 phases of abandonment. I've asked everybody that is partaking in this recovery to go ahead on. Okay, I got you guys. All right, but now I've asked you guys to go ahead and get your journal so that you can record things that is going to come up. And you guys, you're going to want to be on part 5, because part 5, we're going to dig. We're getting ready to dig. This abandonment is going to heal root issues that we have with for so many years, and you didn't even know what you was dealing with. But this abandonment root has had it. Look, it takes up so much of our lives. So we left off on the part where it talks about love withdrawal. So, you know, anything that we're coming off of, that means if you're addicted, this is just a quick, if you've been addicted to like drugs, if you've been addicted to alcoholism, if you've been addicted to potato chips, if you've been addicted to sugar, whatever you have been addicted to, and you cut it off and you're doing it, generally what happens is you go through withdrawals. If you've been addicted to somebody's love, somebody's attention, what happens is, there it is again. You go through withdrawals, and some of us have gone through the withdrawal of life. In life, we have gone through that, wishing that we had that vital love that we didn't get when we were young. Hence the reason why we have this abandonment issue and need to be in recovery. And this is vitally important for us. You need to get healing. If you and I are going to have a good life as it relates to our present and our future, we need to get healed, you guys, so that we can have healthy lives. First of all, so for ourselves, and second of all, so that we can be able to be poured out for other people. Yes, swirl. That's what I gave as well. And that swirl breaks everything down for you, the 5 phases that we go through when we suffer through abandonment. And that is shattering, withdrawal. Okay? Absolutely. And in your abandonment journal, you guys, when you are feeling that withdrawal from any that is causing you to feel like you, okay, say like you just broke up with my bad. I want you to go in with how you really feel. How does it make you feel on the inside? Because just because we put ourselves in recovery doesn't mean that life is going to stop. We're still going to experience things. In fact, because we are opening up our soul so that it can begin to heal from a wound that has been there for so many years, you're going to begin to experience different and vital emotions that you didn't feel maybe a year ago or even 2 months ago. So it's opening you up to some raw places that have never been healed. And so, yeah, we left off on withdrawal because we go through this withdrawal all of our life when you have an abandonment trauma, be it emotional abandonment or physical abandonment. You go through. Why? Because when you were younger, or if you went through any type of childhood trauma that has caused you to feel like you were alone or you had to do life alone, then you will go through life in this withdrawal state, fiending for the love you never ever got. Let me bring up something really deep. And this is for my replayers too. Some of us suffer from feeling like God has not been fair to us because maybe some of us haven't been able to have children. And people grow up feeling like that. They grow up in life, they feeling like, you know what, God never allowed me to have children. And as a result, you feel rejected by God because you're like, God, why didn't you let me have something that other women were, normal women are supposed to be able to bear kids. And so you grow up feeling like something is missing. You feel less than, and that maybe have damaged your value. So let's get into this tonight. So let's get into the word internalizing. Internalizing. Sorry, gotta get my glasses on, y'all. Internalizing. Yeah, yes, that's it. Fiending. That's it, baby. Fiending from the love you never had. When we're younger, it is vital for us to get those nutrients. It's vital for us to be loved and validated and made to feel important. We are supposed to get it. And so when you grow up and you grow up from being desperate to be loved. And so therefore you allow anything to go on. You allow yourself to be devalued. You let people do anything they want to do to you. In fact, you connect to unhealthy relationships. People that are healthy and want to love you and want to care for you, you run from that. And you want to stick to those that do you wrong. And you wonder, why is that? Why am I like that? And if you're dealing with that, I need you to be honest in your journal. I need you to say, why is it that I'm attracted to the narcissist? Why am I attracted to those that physically want to put their hands on me? Why do I tolerate it? Because there's a wound there. There's a wound there, and you don't know because you didn't get those right emotional vitamins, which is you're supposed to be nourished. You were supposed to be loved, and you never got it. And because you didn't get it, now you're fiending. That's real for talking. Something you never got. But because you don't know what it's supposed to be like, you accept dysfunction. You accept dysfunction. And you grow up you want people to love you so bad. You become extra needy, extra clingy, you just become so like a person looking for that next hit. Oh God, yes, why do I tolerate liars that get away with stealing from others? You see what I'm talking about? We tolerate dysfunction. And everybody that tolerates stuff don't always want to tolerate it. They don't always want to tolerate the things that they tolerate. There are two types of people in this earth, okay? You got the people that have knowledge, but they don't utilize the knowledge, so therefore they never experience success in being healed. Then you got some people that have the knowledge and they put in the effort to begin to get healed so that they can have a better life. And I want you to make that choice. And I want that choice in your journal. I want you to write it in your journal. I want you to say, I want you to make the choice. I'm going to be that one that's going to heal from dysfunction. Because sometimes you can be so messed up that you don't know what's right. You don't know why you're allowing it. But as you face the root, and we're going to deal. I'm hoping that it don't go to part 10, but hopefully we'll stop at part 8. I'm hoping. But I'm going to talk about opening up and releasing pain from out of your body, out of your soul, out of your throat. releasing the pain from the past, releasing the pain from your amygdala. We were made to heal. And I'm not teaching anything that's illegal, spiritually illegal. But God said that he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquity. And he also said that with his stripes, we were healed. We were healed. How we access his healing sometimes may be through journaling, may be through breathing in and out, may be through confessing, may be through therapy. And some of us need a series of therapy. All right. So let's talk about, I am going to be that one that heals. Internalizing. The emotional wound becomes susceptible to infection. Listen at me again. The emotional wound becomes susceptible to infection, which can result in scarring in the form of damage to your self-esteem. It does internal damage to the way you think. Your patterns of thinking has become messed up. Your perception, the way you perceive things, is now messed up. Your output is messed up because of your intake. Because you know why? Just like physical wounds can get infected when they're not properly attended to, your inner emotions can become infected. Your inner wounds can become infected as well. So let's do that again. Again, the emotional wound becomes susceptible, trying to get it out, to infection, which can result in permanent scarring if you don't deal with it, in the form of damage to your self-esteem. Do you know what self-esteem is, really? It is how you estimate yourself. It's how you estimate yourself. Insecurity, inferiority. Now you're in this foster care where the foster parents don't treat you right. They're calling you names. They're telling you you're no good. So what are they doing to the wound? They're yet putting more poison in the wound. So now, as you grow up, you're not that 5-year-old anymore. You're 17, you're 18 years old. You growed up and now you're 17 and 18 years old. Now you're looking for love. You're looking for the love you never got when you were little. And you're looking for that love in the wrong place. You're trying to look for it in the bottle. You're looking for it from these men or women, because some people end up being homosexuals due to that because you didn't get love from the mom and the dad, so now you're confused. Your identity is messed up because you don't know who you are. So now you're trying all type of things, and really the root is you always just wanted to be loved. And this is why some cannot love us the way we want them to love us, because they don't love themselves and they don't know what love is. Because on the inside, the eternal issues are damaged. They're damaged. And now John and Jennifer, we just created names, fake names. They're in this foster care and they're constantly being told they're stupid, they're no good, they're stupid, they're no good, they're ugly, they're this, they're that. They've been told all these negatives. And so what happens is, because of how they were raised, their core belief is set on believing they're no good. So when they begin to go forth in life, their estimation of their self is low. They don't believe good about their self. They tolerate anything. You see this when people prostitute. They're prostituting because some of them are prostituting, and probably more so, listen at some of their stories rather than throwing them in the trash. Listen at some of their problems, because some of their root issues is they don't know what love is. So therefore they don't respect their bodies. So as a result, your inner is damaged because of this wound where you were supposed to receive love, where you were supposed to be around a healthy environment. That's why to those that will either adopt a child or bring children into the world, create an atmosphere that they receive healthy words of affirmation. The beginning is the most vital. A parent can't help if they die or if something happens. They can't help it. But if God give you life and you bring a child into the world, or your grandkids are in your life, or your nieces and your nephews are in your life, you try your best to give them a healthy environment. Because the words that they hear, the beginning, listen at me really good when I say this, you guys. I try not to when I'm teaching this. But the cognitive behavior is so very vital in the beginning of childhood. What they are hearing, what they are seeing, and what they are receiving. It is shaping their paradigm. Because if you're hearing negative all the time and somebody is screaming at you all the time, what they are interjecting in your soul is abuse. And as a result of constantly hearing that abuse over and over again, you grow up and then you begin to be the abuser. That's why it is so vital. The Lord's healing is not limited to physical healing. He wants to heal you mentally. He wants to heal you emotionally. That is apostolic. That is kingdom alignment. 1 Thessalonians 5:23 is kingdom alignment. Spirit, soul, and body. Wholeness. He wants us to be not just be whole where you're operating in gifts, operating your calling, operate spiritually, but you're damaged emotionally. You don't know how to process things properly. Damaged mentally. You don't know how to perceive a thing. You don't know how to manage emotions. He wants us to be in alignment. He wants to be whole. Spirit, soul, and body. And it's vital when you realize that there's trauma in your soul to allow yourself to be put in recovery. Today I talk expressively about kingdom alignment. He wants us healed. He wants us whole. So yeah, because of how some people grew up, their internal is messed up. It's messed up. So their output is going to be messed up. You become preoccupied with regrets, agonizing, because you're remember, you're internally scarred. So anytime you go through a breakup or you go through an argument, it's going to go deeper with you. pain because you're not processing things properly. You're processing it based off of your past. So part 5, when we come in next week, I'm gonna give things and I'm gonna give an assessment. So make sure you bring your pens and paper. Let me give a few